Hello from Harmony. It is mid-October. Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where the month is gone, almost gone. So
crazy.
We figured we better do another update because it's been a while and you want to know what we're up to. So here we are, and we'll get into a couple really cool things for you, some learning opportunities that we had.
That's right.
We'll fill you in. So stay tuned, buckle in, and we'll
enjoy the ride.
Yeah, enjoy the ride.
Okay, so the last video that we published, we mentioned that we were skipping Mark III for the generator and just going right over to Mark IV.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, truly, guys. So Mark II, working with the generator, getting it put together, testing things, really showed us a lot of cool stuff, stuff that we needed to see, performance that we needed to look at, and we finally got to see that. We had already started designing Mark III, but because of what we learned from the Mark II testing, we are scrapping Mark III, and we totally jumped ahead to Mark IV turbine development. So behind us and even over there are literally parts for a Mark IV generator. In the back, the mold, and Cheryl's got some cool video from the mold going together for a Mark IV generator.
Take a look.
I'm sorry, what are you doing here, Miss COO?
I'm a cool kid now.
What are you machining there?
I don't know.
It's the funnel for our mold.
Yes.
You failed.
No.
How do you like running the new machine?
It's scary, but I love it. It's so powerful. It's terrifying, but amazing all at the same time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Are you having a good time? That's what counts.
I am. this looks like a super fun job.
Oh yeah, we're checking all the ohms on these coils before we put them all in resin.
Before we lock it in.
Yep. Then we're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
If we, mess something up.
Yeah. What you up to?
So I'm preparing our mold. We got pretty much everything ready, and we're going to start to pour. So you can see we have a bunch of these little coils that are going to have to be placed around here. We got 36 of them. So there's 72 of these little holes that Chris nicely drilled and placed on this mold that we're gonna be placing our cores and pouring the resin pretty soon.
Okay, excellent.
Thanks.
Some of the other stuff that we have with our generator is the new spline that we're using to actually a spline, not a spine, a spline. It's kind of like the same thing.
Spline shaft.
It's down the center of our turbine, and it does a very important job of keeping all of the high torque that would be necessary to drive the generator while allowing our platters, because everyone knows the secret sauce to our generator is our movable platters, to still do their job.
Right. We'll have Nate demonstrate for us how that works.
So we got a pretty exciting shipment the other day. We're working on our new generator, and as most of you know, we need to be able to move our plates up and down. But one of the challenges is you have to be able to rotate something while moving it linearly. So we received in the mail this nice package. We got a nice spline shaft and these flanges, and it moves real nice. You can see how it will, just gravity will move it.
Yeah.
And if we rotate it, you can see it's not gonna move rotationally.
Okay. Thank you, Nate.
I feel like I'm magic or something
Yes,
here.
you are.
Okay, thank you.
Ta-da!
Modern editing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered all the work that we're doing on the generator. Mark IV is really pushing ahead. I guess at this point, I'd like to help educate you, our followers, a little bit on something that was maybe misunderstood by myself and our early team. Yeah. We dove into a startup and, you know, the whole diving in feet first or head first, whatever you want to say.
Full body.
Yeah, without an air tank or anything. You're just diving in.
In.
In the beginning, you always think everything's going to be like really quick. You're going to be able to get into production quickly. This is going to go quickly. The research projects from the universities are going to go quickly.
How hard can this really be?
I mean, come on.
Right?
Everyone does startups, right? It's hard. There's a lot that goes on. And there is literally like, I don't know, over probably 100 different parts that go into making Harmony work. Just all of the pieces, all of the parts and everything. Maybe not 100, but you know, somewhere 60 to 80. And there's a lot that goes into that. Mm-hmm. We're learning to slow our roll.
Why?
Because when you're so hyped up and you're like, yeah, we could be in production by the end of the year, or, you know, this could go well and we could be, I don't know, it's just like you think everything's going to move much more quickly than it does. But when you're doing R&D, there's this triangle. You can have something high quality, you can have it fast, or you can have it cheap. And so it's like the three of these things can never exist together. You have to usually pick one of them or two of them, or the more you lean towards one, the more you squelch the other two to get that. If you want high quality, you have to take longer to get there, and it's going to cost more. If you want it to cost less, then you reduce your quality and you reduce your speed. So anyway, we're learning that we need to kind of balance the quality and the economy, because we don't have unlimited funds, but we need a high quality product. So speed is the thing that we have to sacrifice. We have to sacrifice that to allow us to work on the other two things. We need a high quality product that you guys are going to be pleased with, and we need it to be an economical price that you'll be able to afford. In the end, all this would be for nothing if it wasn't affordable.
So something that happens, and we don't always share this stuff with you, but we're choosing to share it with you today because we had it happen a couple of times this past week where we had unexpected delays due to something breaking or something not working the way we expected. And we're just being transparent. This is part, you know, you're here in the journey with us.
You're taking the ride with us. So
this is what we deal with, and
why you get to enjoy some of our pain. Hopefully you laugh at it.
Right.
And hopefully you understand that it's real life stuff. Everyone's jaded because we pull up this little tablet or phone and we go boop, and it arrives the next day. It's
Right.
magic.
Right.
That's not how it works in the real world, other than, you know, like for things that have been in production for a long time, sure, then they can do that.
Right.
That really quick, high volume delivery. But when you're in R&D, the real world doesn't work that way. R&D for bigger projects takes a very, very long time.
Right. So, as an example of some of the things we faced this past week, Chris was machining the part of the mold for the new
The bottom
stator.
or the top of the mold. Mhm.
Yeah, and he had drilled a whole bunch of holes, like a million.
36.
Of them. Okay, only 36 holes, and then he had to tap them all. So, wouldn't you know, the tap broke inside one of the holes.
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem.
And so at this point, you know, the $400 piece of aluminum by itself, then the time that I had put into getting it all in there and machining it, it's probably now worth about $1,000. And you're like, there's a tap stuck in this
Right.
thing.
So he spent
yeah.
some time on Friday and today working to get that tap out, and by golly,
Yep.
he got it
Without
out.
destroying the mold. You know,
Right.
it's
Right.
easy to get the tap out
Right.
if you don't care if you destroy things.
So take a look at some of the footage from that incident. So what happened here?
Trying to get a stuck tap out from the back side of a part. I have a little milling bit in the Dremel and I'm actually milling.
So we had something not go quite right.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to salvage what happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a tap stuck in there.
Yeah.
It should be a hole just like the others.
Okay, so you got the tap out.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
I feel like you're calling out my blunder here.
No.
Basically, we just had to remove material from the backside because this was a 1/2 inch thick. So we were able to mill down around the screw or the tap that was caught in there. And then I was able to get a pair of vice grips on it and gently unscrew the tap. So it wasn't any crazy complicated thing that we did, but we had material to spare, so we used that to our advantage to get the tap out.
So you wrote a little program.
Yeah, a little tiny program to do that.
Okay.
To go in after the stuck tap.
Awesome. And one of the other things that had happened was actually with the part that I was machining. It was a donut type of part that we placed in a
It's for our stator,
Right.
for the mold that we make for our
Right.
stator.
So we placed it in a 3-jaw chuck in one of our machines, and it machined it. It took all day to get it just right. Machined it. It looked fantastic, and then we measured it, and you know what? It was short. It was thin by what, 16 thousandths?
16 thousandths.
Which doesn't sound like a big deal, but we couldn't figure out why.
It's a lot when you're
shouldn't
talking
happen.
precision machining. It's a lot. And
Right.
we were looking everywhere. We're looking in the cam. We're looking in the tool offsets,
We're
the work
looking at
offsets,
my work,
her process,
right,
my process. Where was this silly 16 thousandths error
Right.
coming from?
right.
Finally, we figured it out.
Yeah,
You
take
have
a look at
footage
this
of this.
footage.
Okay. So we have this zeroed out right now, and it's loose. As soon as we start tightening this, look at what happens. Just that little bit.
So it's like riding up on the...
It lifts up 8,000 just because we're tightening the jaws outward. As soon as we start tightening them.
So there you go. Those are 2 examples of hiccups that we have come across. Hopefully we can salvage the donut.
It's fine. We have already checked it, and it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And he was able to get the tap out of the
The top of the mold. Mhm.
But you know, these things take time to, the mistakes happen.
Yep.
And you got to see if you can still do something with it, or if you have to scrap it and start all over again. So,
And to the people back years ago who are like, oh, you shouldn't be doing any of this, just farm it out to companies. Guys, that would be an astronomical mistake, because there's so many things when you're doing R&D that you're changing on the fly, you're changing continually, you're learning, you're revamping, you're going from iteration 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 so quickly that we would have been bankrupt long ago.
Right.
By doing what we did and having the machine shop behind us, the support of a full staff that can do the CAD, the CAM, the machining, the CNC, we have it all here for the cost of the raw materials and our time.
Right.
And that is gold when it really comes down to it. When you're doing a lot of R&D, you need to be able to control those costs. You need to be able to control those iterations. So you're going to have the downside of things like this, things that are unavoidable mistakes or learning curve or things that just don't go as you expect. But it's the natural process of R&D. We're sharing it with you to be transparent, to say, look, it's not all peaches and cream here at Harmony. There's a lot of hard work going on. There's things that we're running into that are problems. But here's the cool part. We're overcoming each and every one of those problems. Every single thing we've hit, we've overcome, and we've beat the, I won't say beat the odds, but we've overcome that obstacle and pushed forward to persevere.
Okay, so the colleges that we have been working with, universities, Penn State University,
Bucknell, and Northumbria as well.
So
So pretty much Bucknell's project is done. We will report on the results from that project. We're actually going to be getting our turbine back from them shortly. And maybe in our next update, we'll give the results of that research project that they did. The nice thing about it is Bucknell is done, and now Penn State's starting to bubble itself to the top. No pun intended.
With
They're
the
doing water tank testing.
Yeah. You're funny.
You're quick. Anyway, they have received probably 15, 16 little turbines from us over the past month or two.
They're ones that we 3D printed. We had shown you guys that.
Our new 3D printer is smoking over there. It's printing so much.
I hope not.
Okay, maybe it's not on fire, but anyway, it's been printing a lot, and we've been doing both clockwise and even anti-clockwise rotation turbines just so they can do some varied testing with close proximity in the water tank. They want to get the clustered configuration data for us, and we'll be excited to see what that data yields once they're ready.
Right.
So for now, we're just printing a crazy amount of little turbines for them, and they're working on the project. And then it leads into...
Yeah, Northumbria, we've been mentioning them for the past year.
I really kind of thought they gave up on us for a while there. It was like they were all excited, and then suddenly they just disappeared.
Right.
But out of the blue, a month ago, I got an email from the professor over there saying they were ready to engage. And I'm like, wait, what? I thought you guys forgot about us. Well, lo and behold, it was a misunderstanding way back a year and a half ago, where I thought they got the funding for it. Really, it was just that they got approval for the project. So they do now finally have a fully funded, it's actually a self-funded PhD student who's going to be working on this stuff. They're going to be doing computational fluid dynamics and analyzing all kinds of things relating to our scoop designs, scoop geometry, and then if there's time, they would like to even get into the clustered effect stuff. So we'll see.
That is so exciting that they're on board.
It's like the gears are turning and starting to roll. Right. So the universe has been kind to us. It let us take care of Bucknell and get everything done and get their turbine delivered and help them. And then their project pretty much wrapped up. Now we're on Penn State, and Penn State's in the middle of the stuff they needed us to do for them. When they're finally done, we're probably going to be then moving on to the stuff for Northumbria. So the universe has been
somehow new. We can only do little chunks at a time with our small team.
So it's helping us out. Thank you, universe. So that's exciting. The 3 universities. Now, you'll remember, what was that, 2 updates ago? We had an update on Lawrence Livermore National Laboratories. We were submitting a project for a grant proposal. We were under a pretty tight timeline to get that grant proposal in. We only had 4 days to do it. And it was our first one, so we were learning. The grant proposal was not accepted. It did not align with the Department of Energy's interests, I think was the wording. Yeah, they weren't really looking for a project like what we were proposing. So no worries.
That's
You know,
all right.
there's
There will be other
dozens and dozens
opportunities.
of other opportunities
Right.
that literally come every quarter. And Vic Custio, the Lawrence Livermore contact that we have up there, the chief researcher on this project, is very excited to work with us. And, you know, he also reasserted the fact that he thinks it would be a great project to do. We just have to wait for another grant proposal. We'll drop that in and see if we come up with a better number on the dice
Right.
this time. Guys, this is all what we're about. You know, taking you along for that journey, educating you, showing you what we're doing, being transparent with everything, communicating with you on our research projects with outside universities and Lawrence Livermore and any other entities that we're working with. We're all about doing the right thing at the right time. You know, coming up with this tech so that we can help make the world a better place. That's our goal. So I'm wearing this really cool, am I allowed to say
cute on you.
sexy?
I was going to say you look sexy, but I didn't
You know, I don't know. This really cool Harmony Turbine
Is your
sweatshirt.
employee allowed to
You
tell
have
you he looks sexy?
I don't know. I think it's fine.
Okay.
You've got this sexy
Anyway.
hoodie on, honey. I don't know.
Yeah.
Keep it G-rated, right? So anyway, where's all this stuff coming from? You guys are probably getting jealous that we have all the swag.
I mean, look at this. Look at this action right here.
Yeah?
I'm so warm right now. It is actually kind of warm in here, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's a little
sweating
bit
a little bit.
Our heat's working too well. But we have all of this stuff
Did I
coming
mess
in.
this
And
up?
nope, you're fine.
Right.
And sitting on the shelves in the back there, and suddenly I'm starting to see things going out the door.
Yeah, last time we did an update, we announced our new website, which included our new launch of our apparel store. And
HarmonyTurbines.com.
yeah.
If you don't know it, you should.
check it. Yeah, no, by now you should. But please check it out again. It's a minimal selection right now, but we'll grow it. We'll find.
Do we have
cool
Harmony
things.
Turbines underoos?
Not yet. But
Someday.
Anyway.
One can always hope.
Anyway. So let's check in with Tracy real quick. She'll give us an update on how things are going. Why, hello.
Hi,
What you doing, Tracy?
I am packing up orders that were placed on our new website.
Tell me a little bit more about what is in these orders.
These orders contain hats, short sleeve t-shirts, sweatshirts,
Nice.
hoodies,
Yeah.
and we got long sleeve t-shirts that we didn't have any orders for.
Uh-oh.
They're here.
Oh, okay.
We are selling pretty fast.
Yeah,
But
that's
we have
a
an order to restock.
that's a fairly empty rack. So there's a back order button on the website
Yes, there is.
for things we don't have right now, but we
Yes.
do have a bunch of stuff on the way.
Yes, we have stuff on the way.
All right. Well, thank you, Tracy.
Yep. So like we said, if you haven't checked out our website, please check it out. If we don't have in-stock items, there's a back order button there that you can click. When we place an order, a bulk order, it takes them about 2 to 3 weeks. So it might be a few weeks before we have your items if you happen to get something on back order.
Yeah, so you're not going to be in back order waiting for something for months. It
No.
should be pretty quick.
Yep.
So,
Okay, so he doesn't know that I'm bringing this up, but when I was looking through footage for what to put in this video, I recalled a few weeks ago when Chris went down to the welding area near our big garage door, and suddenly he exclaims, "Hey everyone, come here and look." And so we're running over there and check out this footage of this little guy who came to visit.
our little visitor
Yeah,
that we had last month, he was adorable.
cutest little baby.
Yeah.
So we attempted a rescue. Well,
We
Chris
did. We-
attempted a rescue.
We got him back outside safely.
Yeah, apparently there's a family of them living in a building nearby. So we hope that he or she made it back to his mama and
Yeah, I
is
think
safe
he was
and
just
sound.
confused. He was like looking around like, this isn't home,
Oh.
but
He was cute.
he was really cute.
So that just thought you guys would enjoy the footage for that.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening to this update. Sorry if it went a little bit long, but
Come on,
figure you guys enjoy it.
I don't babble ever.
All right.
I'm not long-winded, or am I?
Well.
Anyway, thank you
Yes.
for all of your support, for following us, for sticking with us, for even being here on the video at this point when
Right.
it's like all the stuff that comes out of my crazy mouth.
So yeah, stay tuned for just a few more minutes. We'll have some fun stuff for you to watch. And thank you again for your support and your kind words and encouragement.
Yep. Thank you for all that you do, guys. We're here because of you. So
Right.
until next time.
Until next time.
Harmony Turbines. We now have the power to change the world.
Baby.
Lift that little piece.
Not much a box is gonna do.
Hey guys.
Hi.
There's this triangle. You can have something quick, you can have something cheap, or you can have something fast. But you can't have all three.
Quick and fast are the same thing.
You can have something good. Okay.
Maybe we should look it up. Okay, so I think we just need the outrow.
Okay. The outrow.
Outrow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Ready?
This is the top end of what this bit can do.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's because it was so tall.
Yeah. Hopefully it didn't pull. And it's gone.
I just need to get bigger, better 3/4 carbide bits. I wanted to try it. But in the end, that's what it should sound like right there. Look at our spindle load and everything.
Yeah,
It's
everything's gentle.
just, yeah.